And tip-top the evening, everybody, and welcome to this Black Friday edition of Sports Final. And if you thought the big box stores were a little bit rough and tumble this morning, wait until you see the basketball carnage ahead. Starting with an unbelievable finish tonight at Blue Devil Gym. Quincy High School and Urbana going at it. Both teams 1-0 coming into this showdown. Quincy High off to the nice start. Parker Bland, tough take early, and that kind of set the tone. Later, Reagan Tenhouse going straight to the hole, bucket, and the Band-Aid, and the Blue Devils were sort of off and running. It wasn't always pretty, but it was effective. More to come from Parker Bland. Corner shot, long two, and just like that, the Blue Devils had seized a 6-point lead. They're not done building after the timeout. More to come. Mike Dade out ahead of the pack. Jacob Jobe going to find him, and Mr. Dade going to come up strong with a tough left-handed angle shot off the window, and then more to come right here from Jacob Jobe, spotting the Blue Devils out to a 15-6 lead. Quincy High got into a bit of a lull. Urbana would come back, and then the Blue Devils would amp it back up. Late second quarter starts with Lincoln Elby right here, and it finishes with Lincoln Elby. Mike Dade with a great steal, little larceny, little assistage, and right there, Mr. Elby gets it done. Cut to the fourth quarter, game tied at 40 apiece in this one. Lincoln Elby going to clean up the offensive rebound. Doesn't have many options. He's just going to fire, and just like that, bang. Blue Devils leading 43-40. However, end of regulation. Mr. Johnson for Urbana as the buzzer goes off. Are you kidding me? Forcing overtime. We go to OT, all tied up at 49 apiece. Blue Devils running out of time, running out of options. Reagan Tenhouse, that's not going to drop. It does drop. Game winner at the buzzer. Blue Devils get it done. Mr. Tenhouse, just take a bow. 52-49 is your final as Quincy High gets the big-time victory. Got a funny feeling we'll see that one again on Sensational 7. Meanwhile, across town, Quincy Notre Dame's debut, also the coaching debut tonight of a couple of Quincy guys now working with Tolton. Jeremy Osborne, head coach Nick Ferricks, the assistant. Early on, Q&D scoring in transition. First Tanner Stuckman, then here Ben Welper. Getting the contact in the bucket, could not complete the three-point play. Tolton's so well talented, including this guy, Mr. Michael Porter Jr., one of the top young recruits in the country, outstanding underclassman. He was going, and at that point, Tolton wasn't missing. Austin Ritter tries to answer. His team down 6 at this point, but Quincy Notre Dame just keeps coming. Top of the key, Justin Butteroff right there knocking one down as well. Long three, Porter, though, answered with everything he had. Some people would call this a travel. Nope. Porter just keeps getting it done tonight. And Quincy Notre Dame, despite the heroics right here of Carter Cramsey from long distance, felled hard tonight as Tolton just seemingly didn't miss. At one point, they had hit 16 of their first 18 shots. Tolton wins in a blowout to beat Quincy Notre Dame. Final count in this one was 86-52. And now over to Will.
Well, they only returned one senior this year, but the Unity Mustangs have impressed so far. Convincing wins in their first 2 games of the Suns Classic. Now looking to go 3-0 on the night with their third-place alumni in the stands from last season. Let's take you to the highlights right now. Keith Carruthers' team looking to remain undefeated this early young season. The Mustangs powered by sophomore Corey Miller. How about Mr. Miller so far right here? One-handed floater in the lane as he gets that one to go. Just getting warmed up for Mr. Miller. He'd be in transition now. Finishes with the left hand right there. He was just straight up the man tonight. In transition again, I should say, he's going to feed it over to Corey Miller. Bucket and the foul for Mr. Miller. He would make the free throw. Manning Plater, though, doing some nice work inside for Rushville in the second half, using his big body to get that one to go. Cuts the lead to 10 right there. But Adam Downley going to put this baby on ice with big buckets down the stretch. Unity goes on to win 72-61. They're now 3-0 on the season. Nightcap in Southeastern Central, duking it out with the host team. Ryan Freiberg and company looking to slow down this man right here, Shea Flessner. Panthers got off to a rough start in this one. Flessner, he'd be getting started early. 3 from the wing, nothing but nylon from him. Mr. Flessner was looking good early on. Winston Smith, he had a solid night as well for the Suns. How about this little floater in the lane? Gets that one, as that one would be true. More from Southeastern early. Flessner doing what Shea Flessner does, using the body on the interior. 21 points on the night for him. Suns would score the first 7 points. Then Central would just start banging home threes. Nathan Stoner right there from the corner. And Central would just continue to roll after that. They knocked down about 3 on each possession, I should say. Winston Smith going to keep his foot on the gas, though. Finished with 13 points and 11 rebounds on the night. Central going to fight back, though, in overtime, holding Southeastern scoreless over the last 7:26 of the fourth quarter and overtime as they get it done. 47-38 tonight, the final. Let's head to Pittsfield for the Saukee Turkey Tourney. McComb taking on Lovejoy. Bombers impressive so far. To give you an idea how this highlight goes, yeah, right there. Mr. Jacob Billiter slams that one home with the left hand. Billiter would be up to some more tricks. Pull up Jay right in the lane right here. Gets that one to go. Grant Hannett doing some nice work as well in this one. He get the ball on the interior, using the windows. He would bank that one in. How about the perimeter game for Mr. Hannett as well? Cash money. He'd get this one in the corner. Nothing but nylon from him. More from Billiter. He was just an absolute freak in this game, and he has been all tournament long, probably going to be all season long. Reverse lane from him. McComb rolls 48-33. Over to Chris for Payson Liberty.
All right, McComb in the championship game. The winner of Liberty Payson, likely in the championship game. Early start, advantage Liberty. Reed Wolfmeyer, feel the wolf child right there as he ended up with 5 first-half steals. Still, Payson Seymour coming back. Trevor Myers, after some nice ball sharing right there, knocks one home. Then it's Clayton Conrad, top of the key, long-distance triple, gets it to fall true. And how about some Hunter Flessner action right here? Had 17 points as his team transitions back from 7 down to tie this thing up at 9 apiece. It would be Payson Seymour down 1 at the end of the first quarter. Then Liberty goes absolutely nuts, building a 17-point lead in this one. Everybody got into the act. Andrew Barry especially. Great move right here. Bucket, Band-Aid, and the 3-point play for him as well. Then Cole Wellman into the act. Huge lead for Liberty. Insurmountable. It was not. Payson comes all the way back from a 17-point deficit and gets the win. And by virtue of the defensive tiebreaker, it will be Payson Seymour facing McComb tomorrow night at 6 o'clock for the championship of the Saukee tournament. More for you, the host team. Here's Will.
Game, Pittsfield, Pleasant Plains in this one. Saukee's going to be getting after it in the early going. Tanner Ashburn, strong move to the cup for the lay-in as the crowd loves that one. How about some of the sophomore Corbin Personette? Johnny on the spot off the block. Uses the window to get that one to go. And the Saukees would be hammering in triples from there. Corner shot right here. That one would be good. Pleasant Plains just too much down the stretch in this one, despite Quinn Leahy's 22 points. Plains a 65-55 winner. Illini Western next.
The matinee, Will, it was Illini West taking on Western. Jared Van Dyke's team started slow this tournament, playing better with each game, but no first quarter answers for this guy. Jacob Douglas fouled in the act of shooting the 3, could not complete the 4-pointer. That kind of first quarter, though, for Jacob Douglas, who had 11 in the frame, 13 overall. More to come. Nolan Ard creating and finding. That guy, Nate Palmer, on the post. Nice move for him. And then more to close out that big first quarter. Again, Ard finds nothing along the baseline, scoops it back into Jacob Douglas. Big man and a 3-point specialist. We call that a stretch 5 in the business. Nice stuff from him. Brady Atkinson right here doing his work as well. IW leading by 5 after the first. Then Donovan Schwanke and company come roaring back to cut this thing to 2. Weston Billings was the big hero in this game for Western. Had 17 points, cuts it to a 1-point ball game at one point. But Illini West just too strong. Brady Bennett, the steal right here, going to hook up with Colton Millinger at the other end. Illini West gets the deed done, winning 50-38 was your final. Will, you're up. Griggsville Perry.
Couple of scores we got right here from the Spoon River tip-off tournament. Beardstown, they get it done over Havana tonight, 59-32. Rick Dorr, 17 points in that one. Also, West Prairie, a winner tonight as well. Jamie Cousins, 21 points to lead the way. We'll head out to Griggsville right now. Tornadoes would be taken on route in this one, and they would be cruising right out of the gate. Max Steinbaker, how about him in transition? Strong move to the cup as he gets the lay-in. Caleb Bradshaw would be working the 3 as well. A lot of fun to watch this kid play, and he's stroking it from distance right there. Loose ball in the next possession. Jordan DeHart, he's going to come up with it and go the other way between 2 defenders. How about that one? He gets to go. Griggsville would be up big at this point. And then we'd see Steinbaker. He's just going to add to it right there. Griggsville leaves no doubt about it. 68-39 tonight over route. Let's head back here towards Quincy. QHS girls hosting Edwardsville tonight in the opening game of their holiday tournament. Bragg Berman's team not shying away in this one early. Tara Edwards going to find Miela Robbins. She's going to bang home the triple right there. Robbins would be up to some more after that. How about her in transition? She gets that one to go. Nice little scoop from her. Edwardsville just going to run away with this one in the second half. QHS only able to score 15 points. Edwardsville takes it. Chris is going to finish us up.
Lori Blade's team doing Lori Blade type things. Q&D taking on Bishop McNamara. Second half highlights Q&D down, but look at this. Little comeback working early in the third quarter, starting with Mackenzie Foley, pull-up jumper from the free throw line. And then, how about this young lady, Shelby Connell. Nice bank shot right there. Unfortunately, that momentum switch was short-lived. How about Khadijah Sanders? Man, can this girl play. Had 25 the last time I checked in the third quarter. Don't know what she finished with. She was good. And then off the steal right here, Corrine O'Connor. Luck the Irish at the other end. Her team builds a 24-point lead, never looks back. It beats Q&D. Lady Raiders now 0-3 on the season. 61-40 was your final in that ball game. Finally, a college score to pass along tonight. Good start down in Columbia today for Culver Stockton in the Cougars Classic, as it would be. Culver winning 81-73 in that game. Johnny Mills, 19 points, 8 boards, 3 assists. And that's a pretty good day. Also, Jawan Graham, 14 points, 9 rebounds. Coming up tomorrow, huge game for Culver Stockton as they will take on the number 7 team in the country on its home floor, the Columbia College Cougars. Bob Burchard, Fear the Stash. That game at 3 o'clock tomorrow. We may even have highlights of that one for you as well. Want to pass along one other score for your perusal tonight. Women's college basketball of the junior college variety. Southeastern. What a season and what a start for JJ's crew. Jerry Jerome's crew jumps out tonight and beats Jefferson 75-69. SEC now 6-1 on the season. I mentioned tomorrow was overtime. It's a big one. All your tournament championship action right here tomorrow as well. Plus, we'll unveil our first power poll for boys basketball tomorrow, including a profile of our number 1 team. I'll let the cat out of the bag. No surprise to anybody, the Fort Madison Bloodhounds. So you'll see all of that coming up right here tomorrow with Will and I at 10:30. Tune in. Should be fun. Enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend, everybody.